The past few weeks have been pretty busy for gamers. We had Horizon Forbidden West launch, then only a week later, Elden Ring came out, and those two were pretty highly anticipated games. And while Horizon Forbidden West has sold pretty well, it has gotten pummeled by Elden Ring in sales, reviews, and interest, even though Elden Ring had a pretty rocky launch with performance problems, and hilariously enough, PlayStation developers have decided to go on social media and try to attack the game, talking about how mediocre it is and how reviews for it aren't fair, clearly salty that their game isn't doing good. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is the thread that kicked it all off, and there are multiple PlayStation developers here voicing how mad they are basically that Elden Ring is doing well. The first tweet that kicked it all off says the fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game UX. My life is a lie. And somebody said, what does UX mean in this context? And they replied with the user experience is generally awful. Nothing about the thing feels intentional or play tested. Now, if you don't know who the initial poster Ahmed Salama is, this is who they are. This is an article from 2016. It says Indie Developer Spotlight, Ahmed Salama from Guerrilla Games. This month we talked to a local developer who went on to work with Guerrilla Games on Killzone Shadowfall and now Horizon Zero Dawn. So this is someone who worked on Horizon Zero Dawn. I do not see any mention of them specifically working on Forbidden West. One could assume that they did work on Forbidden West simply because they worked on Zero Dawn and they still do work for Guerrilla Games, but this is the tweet that started it all, talking about how it is absolutely ridiculous that reviewers gave this game an almost perfect review. And I will admit that at first, when the game launched, the first few days, there were a lot of problems. There were a lot of technical difficulties, but From Software has put out many patches so far, and they have been working to try and fix that experience. And I know the first 2 times that I live streamed the game, I had multiple crashes, I had a lot of lag, I had a lot of problems, but the 3rd time that I streamed it, and over the past couple of days when I've been playing it after the patches have come out, I haven't experienced any crashes and I haven't really been having that many frame drops. I haven't had that much stuttering. So in my opinion, as someone who was initially very critical of their performance, they've done a pretty good job with fixing it up so far. Is it perfect? No, but they've definitely done a lot, and my review score for it, if I was sitting here reviewing games, would be much higher now. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I have had an amazing time with Elden Ring so far. I've absolutely loved the game and loved the experience so far, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10 right now, and I'm not even done the game, and I think honestly, with a couple more fixes, a couple more patches, it probably would be a 9 out of 10 from me. But of course, these people are just salty that Horizon Forbidden West got the spotlight taken away from it. Somebody said, nor PC graphics stability and performance apparently. This is from Rebecca Fernandez O'Shea, which if we go to her Twitter, it says graphics programmer at Nixie Software, which is a PlayStation studio. Now here is another screenshot of tweets that were actually deleted. This says, watch a Horizon Forbidden West developer complain that Elden Ring got higher scores than his game, and then starts lashing out saying that Elden Ring has shit quests and keeps whining like a baby. So this person, goes by Horizon Forbidden Blake on Twitter. Their tweets are protected, but it says senior quest designer at Guerrilla Games, and it says that they did work on Horizon Zero Dawn as well as Horizon Forbidden West, and they deleted this tweet. But they had also commented on Rebecca's tweet saying, nor quest design really. So this lead quest designer is going on to attack another game for their quest design, which is absolutely hilarious because it doesn't come across as them being critical. It's not like they're saying, hey, I really like this about the game, but I felt like this aspect could have been stronger. I feel like they could have done this differently. No. They are just going on social media saying, oh, the PC graphics and stability and performance are bad. The game user experience is bad. The quest design is bad. All of these PlayStation developers are just going on social media trying to push this game down. They sound so incredibly salty. It's hilarious. And of course, the person who initially put up the thread, Ahmed, has actually locked their Twitter account too. So most of the developers in this situation have locked their tweets because they can see how much they pissed people off. They can see just how ridiculous they looked, which I think is pretty funny. I started live streaming Horizon Forbidden West, and it wasn't bad, but once Elden Ring came out, I have enjoyed it so much. I haven't been worried about playing more Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West isn't bad. It's just a copy and paste of the first game with a few new mechanics and a new, so far, mediocre story. Spoiler alert, but the first game is pointless because the big bad enemy isn't actually defeated, and in the second game, you defeat them in a cutscene, and they have more Aloy clones, which isn't exciting. I don't know how the game ends, but so far Elden Ring has held my attention, and it's been really, really fun, and I'm really glad that they've put out patches. The stability is better, and also the reviews have been so much better. It was mixed on Steam for the first couple of days, but now it's sitting at very positive with over 104,000 reviews. People are saying how much they're enjoying it. Some of the reviews read, "This game is great. You could speedrun the game in 10 boss fights like most influencers, but that's criminal to this masterpiece. Over 100 hours in, I'm still on my first playthrough exploring all optional areas in this open world for items to buff my faith and strength build. I've already doubled my hours per buck on pre-purchasing this game. Apart from some minor FPS drops which need to be patched out, you are missing out." People are saying. I would write a more in-depth review, but I'm too busy playing Elden Ring with a big thumbs up. The game so far has been really, really fun, and a lot of people are enjoying it. And like I've said, Souls-like games are not for everyone, and it is perfectly fine if you are not that type of person. But to be a developer and go on social media and be salty that people are enjoying another game, it's pretty pathetic, I'm going to be honest. If we look at the Steam charts for Elden Ring, all-time peak has been 951,000 players, and right now there's almost 800,000 people playing. The past 24 hours was 937,000, and that's not even considering consoles. I personally did not buy it on PC because I heard that the PC problems were much worse, but now they're fixed. But I've played it on PlayStation 5, and again, these numbers do not reflect all systems, the Xbox, the PlayStation. This is only for Steam. So right now, Elden Ring is doing really, really good, and I wish I could say I was surprised that PlayStation developers are furious that their new game got kicked out of the gaming spotlight after only a week of being released, but I'm not. This is what developers, some of them at least, do. They go on social media, they throw a hissy fit when people are not playing their games, and it's reasons like this why people didn't want to buy Horizon Forbidden West, and why people didn't want to support it, because no one really wants to support developers who are screeching at other developers for making a decent game. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.